Hey guys, welcome to our podcast, Girlhood to Motherhood.
I'm your host, Claire Gustafson.
And I'm your host, Monet Jackson.
This podcast is basically just a conversation between two women, each at different crossroads of life, trying to navigate, what the heck we're doing. We're in our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
We're literally just girls.
Real.
It's just crazy how we got here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we've been through so much, and we'll explain exactly who we are. Do you want to start?
Yeah, so I'm Monet. I am 21. I am a boy mom. Shout out to all the boy moms there. It's a real thing, a real struggle.
Yeah.
Boys are just different than girls. They want to put themselves in danger at any time. Inconvenience, constantly. So but I love being a mom. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. Spending time with family. I'm also in school, so there's a lot to juggle there. And then I am also trying to start my own company, brand.
Yeah.
So doing a lot, juggling a lot, trying to be a full-time content creator now and starting a podcast. So it is crazy, but I'm excited to go be a part of this journey. So
yes, absolutely. And I'm Claire. I'm also 21. I am a senior in college with a major in psychology with an emphasis in trauma, Alzheimer's, dementia, basically mental illness. That's what gets me. Specifically trauma-induced mental illness. So those psychiatric things, you know what I'm saying? I am adopted. So if you go to my personal page, Clarice Charity, I have a lot of content about being adopted into a white family. So I do talk a lot about that. I'm in a relationship. So as I'm graduating college, I'll be talking more about marriage and being married, getting engaged, relationships, friendships, navigating life after being in such a structured routine of being in academia. This is going to be my first time pretty soon. I graduate in the spring. This is going to be my first time not being in school. So navigating that and, balancing your time, balancing your friendships, just navigating all of that will be interesting. And I'm so excited to bring you along. We have been a history about us. We met each other while we were playing basketball in elementary school,
which is crazy.
Can you believe we used to be ballers? Swish. We do not play anymore. The only balls we play with are
child. Don't go there. Cheers,
yeah, so we've met each other in elementary school while playing basketball. We do not play basketball anymore.
Because we weren't even close.
No, exactly.
But both our dads were coaching at the same time, which is insane.
It really is that invisible string theory because we didn't even go to the same schools.
No, we didn't.
It's the basketball really brought us together, and then our high schools joined up, and that's where we reconnected. Because we were friends during basketball season, but after that it wasn't really we existed to each other. But we've just been staying close since high school. About to graduate college soon, so we're lifelong friends. Yeah, really,
literally.
Yeah,
just crazy.
Yeah,
bro, we should do a basketball tournament.
Oh my god, dude! Actually, could you imagine
a reunion with the whole basketball
we get
team?
Everyone on our team. Oh my gosh, your
literally.
Dad's play. Oh my gosh,
yes.
Okay, girl. Okay. I want you to tell me. You said you're a boy mom. How has that been for you? Let's start at the beginning. Bring it back. Tell me everything from the beginning. Where do you start? How do you feel society treated you after becoming a mom so young? How old were you when you had TJ? How old were you when you had baby?
How old was I when I had baby?
Oh my god.
20? Was I 20? I think I was
19.
20. No, I was 20.
Yeah. And obviously you're such a good mom now, but how do you feel? What were your feelings when you first became a mom and you were oh my god, I'm doing this?
Honestly, I feel no.
You were ready?
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any hesitations. I didn't want to, get an abortion or anything. I wanted.
So you knew right away you were keeping it.
Yeah, I knew right away I wanted to keep him. I did have doubts and I was oh, should I keep this baby? Am I ready for a baby? But I think, I didn't want to change it. And it's well, if this is what God is bringing into my life, then there's a reason for it. And, I'm going to accept it.
Yeah.
But so I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, what were the thoughts going through your head when you first saw that positive test?
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking pregnant. I didn't know anything about being a mom. Like, first time mom, it was crazy, especially being a young Black mom.
You were in college.
And I was in college.
That's so scary.
So on top of that, trying to manage school and then being pregnant. Oh my god. And then I just had so many complications down the road with it. So it was really hard. I had to miss a lot of classes in school. But thankfully, that's like
that professor too.
Yeah,
when the baby was first born.
Yes, the professors were not the best at supporting, so it was really hard. I did have to take a semester off, but I pushed through. That's all that matters.
Gosh, yeah. How did your family react? How did the father react? How did how were your friends reacting? I mean, obviously, I loved it, but how did your other friends react? Where do you feel like your friendships are now?
So I think the family was really excited. They were happy. And I just love the support I had during it. Like, they were really happy. They wanted to support me. Father, baby was happy. He wanted to support.
Are you still with him?
Yeah.
Because I know that, but I want the viewers to know that. Yeah.
Yes, I am still with the father of my child.
Cutest couple. You've obviously seen them on our Instagram. Go check it out if you haven't. Girlhood to Motherhood.
Yes.
Link in bio. Go ahead.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Friendships. How did your friends? Yeah.
My friends were really happy. You're one of them. You're excited.
I was so hyped.
All friends are happy. Definitely friendships changed after pregnancy, which I feel like not a lot of people do talk about. Is like after you're pregnant, like how do your friendships change?
Do you feel like your friends stuck around, or where do you feel like you are with friendships?
Honestly, I feel like friendships come and go, and I feel like some you can, like when you're pregnant, pregnant or you're having a child and you have a baby, some friendships aren't the same as they were before. Like
the dynamics change.
The dynamics change. Things, everything happens for a reason, and I feel like they have stuff going on in their lives.
I always say friends come for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, and sometimes friends' seasons are over.
Yeah. And I mean, some of them have been there and some of them have not, and some of them have stayed. So it definitely changed after I had a baby, which is life. I mean, it happens. But I don't ever want my friends to change their lifestyle to fit in with mine. Like, I still want to go out. Like, just because I'm a mom doesn't mean I don't want to go out. Doesn't mean I don't want to do things.
How do you balance that? How do you balance being a mom and also still being a girl in her 20s? Like, how do you manage being a young, like, you're 21? How do you that's like the prime age to like go out and party and have fun. How do you do that?
Honestly, I don't even like going out that much like I used to. Like, after college, I was like, I've had my fun.
Yeah.
After the freshman year, the first year, your freshman year, you go out and you have the most fun. Yes. Like, that's when you almost the hardest.
Overdose on fun. To be honest, because I remember going out my first weekend and it was absolutely insane. Yes. So much so that it was like traumatizing, and I didn't go out for a while because it was like, wow. Because like when you're away from your parents, when you have that like total level of freedom, like there's no adults there, like you are an adult.
Yeah.
You don't really know what to do with that much power.
Right.
And when you don't know what to do with that much power, things can go out of hand really easily. And I think that definitely happened with both of us, just with our like original freshman year. Freshman year is just a tough year.
Yeah.
First of all, freshman year of college, if you're like feeling alone, if you're a freshman and you feel like awful, whatever, like don't feel like you're alone, because trust me, like I remember I've broken down to my mom so many times because I just felt so alone. I felt like I was doing, like everything was going wrong. I felt like I couldn't do anything right. I felt like the world was falling apart. I was losing my identity. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I felt like I was losing friends left and right. I felt like I had no control over myself or my body. And my mom was like, it happens. Like, and that's so tough.
Yeah.
But both of my sisters went through it. All of my siblings went through it. Like, we've all been there. We've been there. Let me tell you right now, it gets better, because I was on the brink of dropping out of college because life was so crazy. And it was like managing your own schedule and social, like, and your everything. Freshman year, from going from such a high structured environment like in high school to being like creating your own schedule, figuring out how to like figuring your own eating habits, squeezing in time to study, squeezing in time for socialness, and all of that is so hard to do by yourself when before, like 6 months before, everything was scheduled for you.
Yeah.
You had sports, you had school, you had studying, everything. There was like an instruction book for everything, and there is no instruction book for life. Let me tell you right now, no one knows what they're doing. We're all faking it. First of all, fake it till you make it.
Right.
First of all, but also you are not alone. In this.
No.
So Monet, being a first-time mom, I'm sure also was feeling like, oh my God, I have no idea what I'm doing. Obviously, she has younger siblings, but it's like being a mom is so different than being an older sister, you know? But
you have a whole other person to take care of, which is probably the first thing I thought about. Like when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm about to take care of another person. Yeah. Not just myself now. Like that. Barely hanging on. I think that is why it was so important to also like with friendship shifting is like who do I want to keep around my child, because it's not just me anymore. It's also my child. So if you're not gonna hang around me, then you can't hang around my child. You do not get access. No. If you're not gonna show up for me and him, then there's no point. You know what I mean? And like you have to be consistent too if you're going to be present in both of our lives, because if you're not, there's no point. He's not gonna know who you are in like a couple months from now. Like it's just you need to be present. So you don't get to come and go. That's another thing about just like shifting with friendships, like while you're pregnant and after you have the baby too. So dude, you're so real for that, because even like, I mean, obviously I'm not a mom, but just after seeing you go through that and like really prioritizing like friendships and like that sense, I did like a deeper dive and I was like, who do I want to be around? Like, who do I want to introduce to my family? Who do I want to be known as my close circle? And I did a lot, like freshman year again, I did a lot of shifting. There was so much shifting in like when you turn 18, everything changes. And for us, it changed in different ways. When I turned 20, it changed again. When you turned 20, obviously it changed again. You think that you have a grasp of what's going on, and then life throws you a curveball. Literally. Or life throws you a baby. And you're like, what the heck do I do? I just figured this out and I can't do this anymore. But that's what we're here for. We can't give you all the answers, but we can walk with you along the way. You know? That's what we're here for, honestly, just to relate to one another. Even if you don't have a baby, if you're in like if college, you're still in high school, whatever. High school, like seriously, just if you're struggling. This is just mentally, physically, this is a safe space. I want you to like, if you have any concerns, if you're struggling with anything, like don't be afraid to DM us or comment on a post and we can message you. Like really, like we want to be a safe space for you, because this is our safe space. You're not alone. What I'm saying? You're not alone at all. So like with holding a space for anxiety and stress, because I'm sure you felt so much anxiety and stress becoming a new mom, and I feel so much anxiety and stress being a new college graduate. Like I'm not even graduated yet and I'm stressing. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do after school. Because I don't need a part-time job anymore. Like I need a full-time job that can sustain myself. I can save up for my wedding. There's just so much that I need to figure out. And it's like, I'm an adult. Like there's no one else that can do this for me. Like it's me, you know? So that's scary. Yeah. I feel like I'm like, I really feel like I'm going through the motions of life, and I need someone to like yell at me and shake me. Hold my hand. Like, exactly. Hold my hand. Give me an instruction book, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Do you feel like that? I do. I feel like the future is so unknown, and you don't know like where you're gonna be in like a month from now. Exactly. Because so much stuff can change in a week or a month from now, and like you never know. So I feel like I do have anxiety and stress when I think about like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen tomorrow? Because tomorrow's a new day. Like you're starting over. So it's really just trying to, how do you control it? That's my thing. How do you control it? Let me tell you, you can only control yourself and how you react to things. You cannot control what others do. You cannot control life. You cannot control what happens around you, but you can control yourself and you can control how you react to things. And I think that we also need to hold space
and really be proud of us for how far we've come. Like, think about where you are right now. Be proud of yourself, because I'm sure a year ago you couldn't even dream of being or doing what you're doing right now. And so think about where you are right now, and think about a year in the future, a month in the future, a week in the future. Think about all the possibilities that you can do. That you have no idea. You have no idea what's coming next. There's so much goodness in life that taking it one step at a time, being grateful for everything that you have, being grateful every day, because more is to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when we found out she was pregnant, like before New Year's, like the week before. We had so many plans. Like, threw that out the window.
Plans changed.
Exactly.
But we didn't like be like, oh,
no, like
we're not gonna do anything. Like we just adjusted and shifted.
Yeah. It's not even like a full halt, stop, and pivot. It's like, it really is like a halt, stop, and pivot.
No, because we shifted and we moved and we planned around it. We had
a great year, regardless. We, in May time, like it's her birthday usually. And we were planning on doing this fun, extravagant thing for her birthday, her 20th birthday, and she was pregnant. So we had to change. We still had a blast. Instead of planning a birthday party, we planned a baby shower, which was still super fun. Still a blast. Still got to celebrate her. It was just we celebrated her in a different way. Because as she's walking into this new phase of life, we are walking right next to her, holding her hand, guiding her in. Obviously, like, we're pushing her to the start where we can no longer follow her, like she has to do it herself. But we're right there with her.
But supporting.
Exactly, I'm going to talk about, well, we're both sort of close to being done with school. I'm almost done I'm a senior, so next semester I'm done. What does that mean for after? What does my life look like? And there's so much anxiety in that. I truly, as I was saying before, like, I truly have no idea what I want to do. I'm looking at jobs in my field, and I'm trying to find my passions. I'm trying to find what calls to me. And knowing that, like, this choice is so life-changing is so stressful, let me tell you.
Well, let's talk about it too. Like after you graduate college, it's so hard to find a job.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
After you graduate.
How do you do it, girl? How do you do it? How do you do it, girl? How do you maintain your identity? How do you stay Monet while also living such a multifaceted life? Like, how do you continue being Monet while being a mom? How do you keep yourself true to yourself while being a mom, while being a career woman, while being an entrepreneur? How do you stay you through it all?
I don't even know. I feel like having the support system I do has helped me stay sane. Because if I didn't have the support system I have,
girl,
I would be going insane, like off the rails. Like, I would be out of Pluto. Like, I would not be who I am right now. Like, I would not be here.
And let me tell you, Monet is such a calm, peaceful mind. But when she gets stressed,
oh my gosh,
girl, it's so hard to track. It's so hard to bring her back down sometimes because it's like you have so many responsibilities that it's like, oh my gosh,
it's a lot.
Yeah, you'd be taking me with you, bro. I'd be like, oh, damn. Like, how are we doing this, bro? How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna handle it? Like, it's not even my problem, and I'm like, oh my God,
like, you're stressed.
Yeah. How do you stay you through it all, girl?
Honestly, I don't even know. Again, like, having a support system is the main thing that has helped me through it all. So definitely, if you have a support system out there, or need a support system, or you don't have one, like, reach out to us. Like, we're here to support.
We can be your support system.
Like, seriously, because it's important.
That is really what we want this podcast to be, to just be a safe space for everyone to come, bring all of their hurt, their stuff, their struggles, their anxieties, and we can work through it all together. Maybe if we can't help, maybe other of you may help.
All right, guys.
I feel like there's so much that we could talk about more. And I think we'll have to do that in the next episode. But we are out of time, you guys. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, share. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channels, Spotify, and anywhere you get your podcasts at Girlhood to Motherhood. Invite listeners Invite your friends to listen to us.
Yes.
Share your experiences with us in your comments, and really, really come connect with us, honestly.
Yeah. Again, DM us too if you guys have any questions or just
anything.
Need someone to reach out to and relate to. So
we're always open to listen.
We are.
See you next time.
See y'all next time. So we'll be dropping episodes every Monday. So
look out for them. Woo!
See y'all later.